it's Jessica. I'm back. You're thrilled, I'm sure. This is episode 2. I'm back at it again. Hopefully the lighting's a little bit better this time. I know last time was really dark, like my soul. But this time, you know, I've got the windows open, it's earlier in the day, and hopefully you can see me. I am very happy today. It's a very good day. It is snowing, my flippin' favorite. I love this time of year. I love Christmas, and I know it's not Thanksgiving yet. I don't care. I want to listen to Christmas songs and drink eggnog and hot chocolate and drive the world crazy with my Christmas cheer. I'm even wearing a holiday sweater. Check it out. Snoopy, Snoopy. Boobs. Who am I kidding? I don't have boobs. So, that's that. That's my intro. It was not a very good intro. But, yeah. Let's just get into things. Today I'm going to talk about knitting, sewing, canning, needlework, and myself, my birthday. So yeah, let's get in it. So, okay, knitting. What have I been knitting? I have been knitting a lot of things, actually. I've been working on my West Knits mystery knit-along shawl, which I will show you momentarily, but I remember that last time I mentioned that I had done the previous shawls. There were 3 previous shawls, and this is the 4th. So I thought I would maybe pull out my old shawls and show them to you and, you know, document. So here's the first one that I did. Ooh. I don't remember the names of these shawls. Whoops. But this is knit in Knit Picks Shine Sport. And it's very, what's the word? Prep colors, I guess. So, here we go. There's that one. That's the first one. Lots of intarsia, which was fun. And then the second one that I did, or the second one, is the Rockefeller shawl. I remembered the name of this one because it's my favorite. It's very swooshy, swoopy, pretty. And this is probably the one I wear the most, but the current one might become the one I wear the most because I really like it so far. Yeah, and this was knit in 2 colors of Tucker Woods Farm. I don't remember. I got it at a local fiber festival, and it was a brand I'd never heard of, and I thought it was really pretty yarn. So yeah, this is a beautiful shawl. I recommend knitting it. Rockefeller. The third one is a little, I'm still a little torn if I really like it. It's kind of awkward to wear. I haven't really figured out a way to wrap it around, and it's got this really huge holey section and a picot bind off, which was a bitch. I hated it, but it looks nice. So yeah, this one is like strange to wear. I haven't really figured out how to wrap it around. But I love my colors. This is, well, I don't remember what yarn it is. I think it's Madeline Tosh. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway. Oh, sorry, Tilly. I threw my shawls all over Matilda. She didn't care. Because she's a nerd. Okay, so anyway, that's those. So now I'm going to show you my progress on the West Knits Mystery Knit number 4. So go ahead and put the spoiler cam on, because if you're not wanting to see it, then, you know, you're gonna want to fast forward. So spoiler. Okay, here we go. Do 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 do. Ta-da! Here it is so far. It's so pretty. I'm using Regia Angora Merino, and I really love this yarn. It's so soft. So 3 clues have been released so far, and I am halfway done with clue 2. In typical Jessica fashion, I am behind. So first part of these little swoopy swooshies. Second part, this is my favorite. It's brioche stitch. So it's very stretchy and so springy. And it's also reversible. So that's cool. And I love brioche stitch, and I had knit it before a couple times actually, and anytime I start knitting brioche, I get really excited and I want to start all the brioche projects, all of them. And this was no different. So I was really sad when I ran out of the brioche section, or rather when the brioche section ended. The next section is just a slip stitch kind of section. It's not as fun, but still looks good. And yeah, so clue 3 is kind of a garter rib looking section, and you mix up the colors, but I haven't gotten that far yet. I have peeked though, so I do know it looks really cool. Okay, so that's it for that. And yeah, you can remove the spoiler cam. Come back, come back, come back. Okay. Other knitting. I showed you guys a really boring shawl that I was working on last episode out of this pink yarn. Yeah, it was too boring. I ripped it out and decided that I was going to knit a shawl that usually calls for lace weight yarn, but I was gonna knit it in this nice springy worsted weight. So I was looking through patterns and remembered that I knit many moons ago the Swallowtail Shawl by Evelyn Clark, and it was super tiny, and it's so little, it's so wee and so adorable and pretty, and I knit it and I like it, but it's very small, and I tried to find it to show you guys, but I could not find it. It is so small that I could not find it. And the way I usually had to resort to wearing this thing was that I would tie it like a kerchief around my neck. So it did provide warmth. It was alpaca, is alpaca, you know. I still have it somewhere, but I can't find it. So it never really satisfied that lace shawl desire. So I decided that I would try that pattern again, and I would do it with this worsted weight yarn on big needles, and this is what I've got so far. Ooh. So excited. It's pretty and squishy and soft and lovely, and I want to eat it. So yeah, that's my progress. I am, how many repeats? 1, 2, 3 or 4 repeats in to this section, and I want to say you do it 13 times. Sounds right to me, 13 times? Ish, give or take, I don't know. And then the border is a Lily of the Valley pattern, which is kind of a traditional Estonian lace pattern, and it has noops, which I don't know if you've ever done noops, but they're very cool and very complicated. And I just hit my glasses with my knitting needles. Whoops. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a basket case today. I'm sorry. Wow, this is gonna be fun to edit. Actually, that's not gonna get edited out. I'm gonna let you see me whack myself in the face with my knitting. Anyway, noops. You knit one yarn over, knit one yarn over, knit one yarn over 28 billion times, and then on the next row, you go through all of those knit one yarn over, knit one yarn over, into the same stitch and join them all together and make this big bulbous stitch, and it looks really cool. On my original swallowtail shawl, I did not do that. I think it was my first lace shawl that I ever did, and I was just too chicken to do it. So my original doesn't have that, so I'm gonna do it on this one, and they're gonna be so fat. I'm so excited. They're gonna be the fattest noops ever, and they're gonna be beautiful, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. Don't never give up. That's my motto. So that, I'm very excited about that. I have a ton of this yarn. I probably have more than I need. I have 3 skeins of this, and I think that they are around 200 yards a skein. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. So that's that, and I have one more knitting thing to show you. And this is madness. This is knitting madness right here. I'm going to show you the pattern first. It is a colorwork sweater, stranded knitting or Fair Isle. It's a Knit Picks pattern. This is their Dogwood Blossoms pullover, cardigan, pullover, whichever. And this is a project that I started many moons ago, and I've started it a couple times, but this time I decided instead of doing the full sweater, I'm going to just do a vest or waistcoat kind of thing. I think I'll get more wear out of it that way, and I might actually finish it. So I'm actually going to do the button-up version, the cardigan version, and it's steeked, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love steeking. I love it. And steeking is when you cut your knitting and it doesn't unravel, like it's magical. So I'm really excited. And anytime I do color work, I'm doing it because I want to steek it. Not so much because I love color work, but it's just like, oh, it's so good to cut that shit. I love it. So I'll show you my progress on this. It's not a lot of progress, but here we go. You can hardly even see the pattern starting yet. But yeah, and this thing has so many colors. I'm gonna count them right now. I wanna say it's 20 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 colors in this bad boy. 15 colors. So yeah, it's kind of, there's not much to show at this point, but yeah, it's Knit Picks palette, which I really like using. It's very soft, very soft. I've never used like Shetland, like Jamieson's or what, no wait, Jameson, no. That's a liquor, right? Liquor? Whiskey? Anyway, it all comes back to booze with me. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Hopefully I'll finish it before the cold season ends. Maybe not, maybe not. Also in knitting. Let's see. Yeah, I'm crazy. It is November 17th today as I'm recording this, and I decided that I'm gonna do a handmade Christmas. Which means I'm gonna knit shit for people. I'm gonna cross stitch shit for people. And they're gonna like it or they're gonna pretend to like it. So yeah, I'm going to be knitting all kinds of stuff that I'm not gonna be able to show on here because I don't know if you crazy people are watching or not that will be receiving it, so yeah. I'll try to continue to work on these other projects so that I have something to show. But if I don't have much in this section in the coming weeks, that's because I am, you know, in the midst of an exercise of madness. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, that's all for knitting. Okay, sewing. I don't have a lot to show for sewing, but I do have a few things that I am going to pull out that I haven't really been working on, but they're kind of long-term projects that have been lingering, and I figure if I pull them out, maybe it will encourage me to work on them. So one thing is an upcycling project that I've been procrastinating on, and it's this, I don't know if you can even see it. It is an old Gap sweater that belonged to my husband that I felted in the wash on accident because I don't know, I thought that I had washed it before and dried it and it was fine, but I guess that was my imagination because it's definitely not fine. Definitely not fine. It's super small on him now and it was one of his favorite sweaters and it kind of bummed me out. And it killed me to throw it away, so it became my sweater. So what I'm doing is I'm taking, I cut the neckline off into sort of a deep V, and I'm attaching these cute little fabric hexagons, they are hexagons, all along the neckline like this to the buttons. And then I'm planning on lengthening the sleeves somehow because they shrank to the point where they're just like, they're too short for me. So you can imagine how hilarious this looked on my husband. Yeah, so I'm gonna lengthen the sleeves somehow. I haven't really figured that out yet, and I'm going to be putting something cute in the pockets. I think I might cross stitch some woodland creatures or something on there. Make this uber Mori girl. Yeah, so that's that. I can show you guys what the little hexies look like. I've been doing these little hexagons forever and collecting them, but the plan was to make a blanket out of these hand paper pieced hexies. And I've got a couple that I've stitched together. But this is never happening. So I decided that I'd repurpose these little hexies for this project. My other project is another hand pieced quilt project, but these are giant hexies. Okay. And I'm using a cardstock to keep them because the regular paper, like printer paper, it was so floppy, like it was never gonna work with these big pieces. So that's the first fabric that I have. This is the next fabric. Cutesy, cutesy, cutesy. This fabric. And this one. And this one. And this one. I love this one. This fabric is awesome. Let's see. Let's find a good one. This one. This is a good floral one. Love it. They got one. Yes. And this one. So cute. These ones I haven't finished yet, so you can kind of see how you cut your little piece of paper, and then you got your fabric wider and you just kind of stitch around like this. So that's this fabric I've got left to stitch. And then one more this fabric. So I'm doing 6 of each color, and I don't have enough to make a giant blanket yet. I'm still kind of collecting, but I have started piecing some of them together. So you take them right sides together and you just whip stitch. Can you see? Focus. Nope. Nope, won't do it. Sorry. And yeah, that's how you do it. And you eventually get all of them together and they look fantastic. So yeah. Oh, I didn't show these 2 fabrics before. I already pieced these together. Yeah, so that's my project, and this is gonna be a throw for the back of the couch, which fits it. Look how cute. It fits in a little loaf pan. It's my sweet loaf. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Okay, so that's that. That's sewing. Have I done anything else in sewing? No. I haven't. Sorry. That's it. Okay, needlework, needlework, needlework. Busy fingers. I have been working on the Herbal Essence cross-stitch pattern from the July 2014 issue of Cross Stitcher magazine. And it's a very cute pattern of all little herbs and spices. And I finished not so much of it, but that's what I've got. I finished the oregano and I started the next jar. And it's so cute, I'm so excited, and I'm also very angry because I was using an old embroidery hoop, and I guess it had some gunk on it that I didn't realize was there, and it actually stained my fabric a little bit. And I was really upset, so I went out and got this new frame that is actually a quilting frame made of PVC, and it has these little sleeves that pop on and off and hold it, and it's supposed to not have the hoop lines that you get from the traditional embroidery hoops, and also there's less chance of it discoloring because it is PVC pipe, you know, which there's the little sleeve comes off. See, and it comes off like that. So it's a really clever thing. They're not as cheap as embroidery hoops. This was around $18, but I had a 40% off coupon from Joanne, so it ended up being cheaper. And yeah, so much happier with this than the dirty hoop that marred my project. Poor me, feel sorry for me. That's all the cross stitch I've done, but I do want to show you guys something that's above me. You can't see it right now, but I am going to stand up and show you. I did remove some of my bats in order to finally hang something on this wall. So sit tight. I'm going to grab the camera and show you guys my framed cross stitch projects. Okay, oh what? Okie dokie. So first, hello Heidi. Hi. Hello Tilly. Hello Redwork quilt. Not mine. Okay, so I hung up some of my cross stitch. So that is a Prairie Schooler pattern, Rabbit Run. This is a Walking Dead inspired cross stitch that I designed myself. This is very glared, but this is Merry Meadow by Anna Frachovic of Mochi Mochi Land fame. This is my favorite tea, Earl Grey hot. If you get that reference, you're awesome. And this is another one of my own patterns. It's just an alphabet with a bee and a beehive and a ladybug and blah 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 blah. I left some bats. And there's this gap right there where I will be hanging another one of my projects, but it is in a frame that needs a mounting kit attached to it because it's a thrifted frame from a flea market, so it's really old and doesn't have any of that hardware attached to it. So anyway, that's that. Moving on. I recently had my birthday. I turned 31. And I'm gonna keep this segment short, but I do want to show you guys what I got for my birthday because I'm very excited. First thing I got, they're on my feet. Hold on. Ooh, I got my slippers. I said I was gonna get them. These are my Ugg slippers. They're covered in dog hair already. Living the life. They're so warm. I wear them constantly. I pretty much come home and I'm like, where are my slippers? Give me my damn slippers. I'm gonna put them on my feet. So those are amazing and I love them. And I treat myself right. I don't know, I'm good to myself. So the other thing I got is a cool new record player. I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. So here's my new record player. That doesn't look like a record player. Oh, but wait. Dun 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 dun. Pretty, pretty, pretty. There she is. I named her Magda. Hello, Magda. How you doing? She sits atop my vintage Motorola record player. That is a family heirloom. It belonged to my great aunt Isolde. And the needle on it is broken. But other than that, it works. But this is my everyday record player. Sorry for the shaky camera work. I also got the Avett Brothers. It's awesome. And these are the rest of my records. Mostly gospel and Christmas music, because that is what my Aunt Isolde had. Okay, that's it. So, thanks for watching. I'm not sure if any of this recorded because my battery was probably dead, so I might be doing this all over again. So, if that's the case, edit this out. If not, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay. I did not just do coke. I was wiping my nose on my shirt. Busy fingers. Crazy. Crazy. I'm gross, guys. I'm really fucking gross. But it's just like, oh, it's so good to cut that shit. I love it.